Hello friends, welcome to QA Automation World. In this video, we are going to see how we can perform multi-select operation on list box or drop down with the help of Selenium. So let's see the uh, code provided by Selenium. So Selenium provided select class to perform uh, operation on the multi-select combo box or list box. So you can see there are methods like select by index, select by visible text, select by value, and for same you have deselect method as well. Again, there is a method provided by Selenium with select class, that is get options, get all selected options. So you may need this methods not only to perform certain operation but also to verify uh, if that particular option is present inside the list box or not. And again, whatever we have selected, if those are properly selected on the UI or not. So let's try to code this thing. Okay, so let me write new class for that. Okay, my multi select. Okay, so I have written one class, so I will write one placeholder method, test multi select. Okay, now let me show you on the UI how we are going to achieve this particular thing on UI. So this is the multi-select list box. So if you press control button and if you click on a item present in the list box, so you can see Valog got selected. I will do the same thing on the Opel. Okay, so this is how you can multi-select the value from the list box, and we are going to achieve the same thing with the help of Selenium. So let's try to do that. Okay, let me import the test ng. So I just kept the uh, that browser launching code handy. I'll just put that code over here. Okay, I will just import the required classes. Okay, I'm done. So let me directly start writing the select class. Select dot is equal to new select. So this is the select class. Okay, so you can see it is expecting element in the constructor, and that element will be your list box. This is what we need to pass. How we can get that particular element? Find element by, so here we need to pass XPath or class name or name of that list box item. So I will right click on the list box. Okay, you can see this is the select list box having four options. This select having attribute name and its values car. So I can go ahead and use this car dot name. So I can go ahead and give this name. Okay, fine. So I'm able to locate the list box, but its return type is web element. So I will just have the web element. Okay, so I got that element, so I will just pass that particular element to select class. Now I completed the select class. So now the select object is going to handle all the operation that we can perform on that multi-select list box. So let's see how we can do that. So you can see there are three methods: select by index, select by value, select by visible text. I am going to use all the three methods. So let's say you want to select the item present or at 0th location, then I will use value. So let's see, sorry, I use deselect. I need to use select value, select by value. So let's go to the UI and see. So if you are thinking that, for example, Opel, this is a text, O is in capital and this is the value, O is in small. So if you want to use value, then make sure that you're properly writing your text value. Okay, it should not be a text present inside the tag. It should be the value of your value attribute. Now I will do select by visible text. So I just saw it's Audi, so let's have the Audi. So I have selected three value. So before running this program, so let's have the thread dot slip so that we can see what is happening on the UI. Okay, and I will do one more thing. I will deselect as well at least one value. Deselect by index, so maybe 0. So now you can see my code is ready to run, which is selecting three value and it is deselecting one value. So let's try to run this code. Let's see what happens on the UI. So it should select three values. Okay, 1 2 3 got selected. There is a 3-second wait. Okay, and first value got deselected as well. So you can see select and deselect worked for us. So now there are few more methods provided by Selenium. So I will just put this as it is. Okay, and what I will do over here, I will try to get the all the selected value. So one is unselected, so still there are two values in selected like status. So select dot get all selected options. So you can see its return type is list of web elements. So its return type is list of web elements. So I need to have web element. So here web element is already there. Okay, selected options, or I will put selected cars. Let me import the package. Done. So with this method I will get all selected options. So why this is required? So you never know, even if you have selected a particular value but your UI is having issue and your values are not getting selected, and you need to check like if my all the values that I have selected are actually in the select state or not. So you can get those value and you can put your assert statement over here, by which you can say like, okay, my values are selected or not. Fine. So now I got the selected values. Okay, let's do one thing, and these are the elements. These are the elements means these are holding each and every selected option. So let's do one thing, we will print it. So we will use for loop for that. Okay, so you can see this is the for loop that we are using, and sys out selected cars is equal to plus I will say web element dot, because it's a element, we want a text of that particular element. So now you can see you will get all the selected element text, and same way you can selected dot get option or get first selected option. So I will just go ahead and get the options. So this is again going to return you the list of web element. Only thing is this time this will return all the all the options. So instead of selected cars I will say all cars, and I will write another for loop to get the all the values. So here I will print all cars is equal to plus. web element dot get text. So let me summarize. So what we did, we first uh, got the control of the select tag which is holding all the options. So this is a select tag which is holding all the options. So we got the XPath, or maybe we use directly name attribute. We got that particular element and we pass that particular element to the constructor of select class. We got this particular object of a select class. Now with that object we were able to access these three methods, and we used these three different parameters to select our cars. After that we deselected as well with the help of deselect by index. I put some thread.sleep over here. Now you can use deselect by value, deselect by text as well. Now what I did over here, I got all the selected options only. I know that though I have deselected one option, still two options are in selected list, so I should get two selected cars over here. And I use this particular way by which it is going to return me get options, it is going to return me all options which is present inside that list box, and I just got this particular list. So the thing is, these things may be required for your verification purpose. Even there is one more option, get first selected option. You can use that as well to check whatever the operation that you have done, those are actually happened on the UI or not. So let me run this and show you the result. Okay, so browser is launched. Let's see what happens. Three options should be selected. Okay, one should be deselected. Okay, and then there is a get operation, get selected and get all the options. So we are going to see, okay, so you can see selected cars. So selected cars will be your Opel and Audi, and in all cars you got all the four options that is available to select. So this, by this way you can work with the multi-select operations. So there is you can use this particular select class for specific to the drop down operation as well, where we can select only one operation. So I will demonstrate that particular thing in the another video. Till then, thank you guys, bye.